5 smart steps ever since I've been in the furniture industry. It's really been the core at what we use at PROFITsystems to help retailers become profitable, to increase their cash flow and grow their top line volume. It's an acronym, SMART. Basically, spot your winners, maintain your winners, auto-move your losers or your dogs, reward for high gross margin production, and target market for repeat business. So I'll give you a little bit on each one of those points, maybe expand on it from a little bit of the traditional focus, because I use them for a lot of different purposes out there in the business consulting world. S, the first part of it, spotting your winners. Traditionally, we've used this as applied to inventory and inventory management. Spotting your winners would mean focusing on what works for your business. So which items are producing you the highest gross margin dollars. If you can keep those items in stock at a greater percentage of time, then odds are that you will make higher amount of gross margin dollars. So the first part of that is knowing what they are. Without knowing, you're gonna miss the boat. So spot your winners. Now I even expand on this part. Spotting your winners is not only at the item level, it's really at the vendor level and the category level. You see, all items belong to two families, vendors and categories. So you need to know which vendors are producing you the highest gross margin dollars and turns, by the way, so together that could be GMROI, and which categories are producing you the highest gross margin dollars and turns. To focus on those areas and to put your resources into growing your strengths will help you grow your total organization as far as inventory management goes. And then you can take the S even further. Spotting your winners. You need to know who your winning salespeople are. You need to know who where your winning advertising is coming from. It's just a good idea to know what's working. That's all about the S. M, maintaining the winners. Well, once you know what those winners are, you need to take action. That's what the M is about, the maintaining of the winners. So what actions would you take when you know what the winners are? Number one, you would want to make sure they're in stock at the right time, in the right quantity for your rate of sale and your lead time. If you run out of stock of those best sellers, then what's going to happen is you're going to lose sales. So the higher percentage of bestseller in stock days, the greater your opportunities are to sell from those bestsellers. So your top salespeople will have much more luck if you can make sure your winners are maintained. Again, you can expand that further than the item level. Make sure your top vendors are taken care of, your top categories are taken care of. Make sure they're looking good at the floor, on the floor, they're displayed properly. Make sure your top salespeople are being treated appropriately. You know, you don't want to lose those people. They make you the majority of your business. Advertising, again, you know, maintain those advertising methods that really work for your business and try to put more money into those areas. Okay, A, auto move the losers or the dogs. So we'll apply this to inventory management. I mentioned the best sellers. The best sellers produce you most of your gross margin dollars, or the top 80%. But however, they have the fewest amount of SKUs up there. So whereas the dogs or the slow moving items, they would produce you 20% or actually less. The true definition of a dog is something that does not make any gross margin dollars. Most retailers would have a majority of inventory at any one time tied up in these items. Knowing that, what are you going to do about it? That's what the A is about. You need to have a system to know what those things are and a system to do something about it. Auto move them? Well, nothing's really automatic, but the report can be automatic. Then you can have a team that has some processes that they execute each month to action those slow-moving items. It might be mark them down in a series of levels depending on how old the item is. It might be put a spiff on there. It might be put them in an advertising promotion. It might be putting them in a tent sale on Craigslist. The list could be long, but do something about it. Doing nothing just causes you to have a ballooning dog inventory, and it's the worst situation anybody can get in, because if you have a ballooning dog inventory, you don't have enough money to buy the best sellers. So it's a downward spiral. Okay, SMA, we're on the R, rewarding high gross margin production. Gross margin percentage and dollar amount should be the goal of any organization, to continually try to seek ways to expand that. One great way that's time tested and field proven is to pay your salespeople based on the gross margin percentage that they sell at. So for instance, if one salesperson sells at, say, 50% and another salesperson on average sells at a 45%, is it right to pay them the same commission percentage? A variable commission based on gross margin says no. You would pay the person a higher commission percentage who produces a higher gross margin percentage. And this kind of variable method has proven to help retailers grow their gross margin by upwards of 7% overall, and that's pretty massive. Of course, it goes hand in hand with having a good pricing and merchandising strategy, which I'll talk about a little later on. So T, the last part of our acronym of the SMART steps, target marketing for repeat business. This all has to do with mining your gold mine. So if you believe in the notion that most customers that are happy will re-frequent your business, the T is what you want to explore. If you have a database of whatever, 10,000 customers who bought from you, don't you think it would be a great idea to keep in touch with those customers, especially the ones that are repetitively purchasing from you? There's a thing in marketing, RFM, recency, frequency, monetary value. You should know your customer by customer base and break them down into those segments. If they come and visit you a lot, if they spend a lot with you, or if they spend often with you, you should know that and you should target them. Whether targeting, in my opinion, it could be email, it could be telephone, it could be mail, it could be text, it could be a Facebook message, I don't care. Just keep in touch with them. That's what the T is about. One thing about the SMART steps, each step is not independent of each other. It works best having them all support each other in an entirety. They all work best as one system working in unison. Implementing all the parts of the 5 SMART steps will take your business to another level. Guaranteed. I've seen it more times than I can count out there in the real world. The companies out there who follow the 5 SMART steps day in, day out, they don't stop. It's a part of their business. They do it continuously, forever. It's not something you do once. You do it forever, you make it part of your organization, and you will continue to grow and grow profitably.